can't paint like Picasso or dunk like Michael Jordan, I know you're always in my corner giving me a standing ovation as if I just performed at Carnegie Hall. To the woman that has walked my entire life path right by my side is getting ready to really let go for the first time, thank you. I remember a time when I was young and I was throwing a tantrum. You showed me nothing but patience and strength. Yet I said something along the lines of, I hate you and you're not my mom. I couldn't have been more wrong. Looking back on it, I'm not sure if I ever apologized. With the struggles I've had discovering who I am and striving to be the person I want to be, I've never let go of that memory because of what happened next. I remember sitting on my bed after the anger faded and the tears stopped, and all that was left was the pain of apathy. As you walked into my room, I couldn't help but start boiling up again. But then you told me I could hate you as much as I want, because you'll never stop loving me, and that you may not have given birth to me, but you'd always care for me as my mother. From then on, I don't remember too many more incidents or emotional explosions, because in that moment I found my calm, and the only words I think I ever truly needed to hear. So in this letter, I have a few words of my own for you. Everything I've become thus far is all thanks to the tools you've gifted me, not only in material possessions, but also in the mental properties I own, and knowing I was raised by the best mom a kid could ask for. Thank you. To the man that stood in my corner every step of the way, dear Dad, I think it goes unsaid too often, but I want to start off by saying I love you. Although my love is unconditional, there are many reasons I have for why that feeling is so strong. For every early morning spent taking me to games in Denver, every penny I've drained out of you, and every lesson you've taught me. For every late night when you told me I should go to sleep soon, every time you had to tell me no, even though I know it killed you to say it. And for building me into a better man. For showing me how to do the little things like shopping for pants, to the big things, like having a night of fun and returning to work in the morning, and everything in the middle. For showing me that love isn't tied to blood, but it extends to whatever facet of life you find passion for. I love you, and not because I feel as though I have to, but because I carry that feeling with me everywhere I go and in everything I do. I feel as though I'm at a point where I realize my life could have gone in so many different directions, and most of them I can imagine without your guidance are unfavorable to say the least. Thank you for being my Mickey to my Rocky, or rather the Rocky to my Creed. Whatever analogy you'd like to make, thank you for just being there on my road to become a man. I'd consider myself lucky to be half the man that stands before me each and every day. Dear Atlas, you haven't even spoken your first words, yet you speak volumes into my life. You can't even walk, yet your existence keeps me running. Your heart has been developed for less than a year, yet I love you with all of mine. This tribute is to the life that can be, rather than the one that already has been. There are so many paths that you can pave, and I hope to be there with you with every new avenue. Your name derives from the Greek Titan god who literally bore the weight of the world on his shoulders, but like you, it was easy for him. I'm writing this to you in my senior year of high school, and I hope to share it with you when you get to yours. Life has been a ride, and I'm sure that 18 years down the road, I won't even be able to comprehend the life you lead in high school. I'll just be too far removed. But I will always be there to listen or to get you out of a bind. When this tribute finally makes its way to you, I hope that it finds you with the excitement and anxiety I find myself with looking towards my next step. And I hope that high school has treated you well, as it treated me, because I know that it's not the case for everyone. Most of all, I hope you know I love you and I'll never stop. Dear Audrey, where do I even start? You entered my life so long ago, yet it took me years to realize what I was missing out on. A girl so beautiful, I feel guilty just looking at you. So smart, your advice feels more true than Lord Google. And so oblivious to your own greatness, it's almost frustrating that you can't see it. I know that no matter what happens between us, you'll always hold a special spot in my heart. I remember the first time I realized I wanted to be more than just acquaintances. It began with just a talk, and a little over a year later, I can't imagine my life without you in the picture. This is a tribute to help you realize the amazing woman you're becoming. A tribute to help you know that nothing can hinder your path because your future is so bright it's blinding. You're the type of person it's so hard not to build a dependence on, because of the rock you've become in my life. Whether it's me complaining about the mountain of work I have that you told me to start weeks prior, or just looking to discuss what dogs are the cutest, you never cease to listen. I could go on, but you never turn an ear on me. You're hesitant to speak your mind sometimes, but I know it's just because you want everyone else to be heard. In the short time I've been able to be close to you, I've learned so much about the person I want to be. I think our relationship is a loop of us making each other better, and it's one of the things I appreciate the most about you. Congratulations to the person you are and to the person you'll become. Thank you for being in my life. I swear I won't take a single second for granted. To the people that mean the world to me. I know this goes against the guidelines a bit, but as I was going through my photos to find pictures of my other tributes, I came across this one and couldn't help but put you all in it. So this is to all of you. To Nicholas, the oldest sibling I'll be writing to. Thank you for your guidance and wisdom. I truly believe you set an amazing example for me every day, even if it were to not follow in some of your less desirable footsteps. For all of the late nights you stayed up with me, letting me have sleepovers in your room and falling asleep to music I never knew the words to. For all of the food you made me try and that I came to crave because you showed me the way. And for all of the passions I was able to find because you told me to go for it. Thank you for being my brother. To Elijah, the next step down the totem pole, I'm writing to you to tell you that tradition doesn't define what a brother is, and nobody will ever be able to convince me that you're not my brother. Thanks for always bailing me out when I was in a pinch, for always asking if I'm alright when you can sense I'm a little off, for always fixing my car when I break it, and for putting me in my place when I let my ego go a little bit. I don't think I could possibly do this tribute right if I didn't say sorry for burning a hole in your carpet. Don't tell Dad though. Lastly, to Sarah, some people will think bread is something so simple and irrelevant, but to me, bread means nothing short of what it meant to the feeding of the 5,000 in the Bible, when Jesus was able to feed a plethora of people with nothing more than 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. You've taught me to cherish life, and not only mine, but also the lives of the people around me. All the small things you've done for me, like listening to me rant about my middle school crushes, have helped me shape me to the man I am today. You always continue to go out of your way to do the most for me without ever asking for anything in return, not even a thanks. Thanks for all of the lighthearted conversations that turn into 3 a.m. cry sessions. Thank you for getting me Hulu, and thank you for all the things you've done for me that I can only hope to pay you back for one day. To all of my siblings, thank you for being the family I never asked for but got stuck with anyway, because I wouldn't have wanted it any other way. I'll be reading my 2 lists. Things that make me happy. Chipotle burritos, Miss McNulty, Gatorade, basketball, long drives but with no traffic, watching sports with my dad, my paycheck, J. Cole, Disney World, Carter Esterly, God, Young Life, America, Shooting Stars, Decca, Women, Talking to Bay, 2K16, receiving food as a gift, Superman, anime, Dragon Ball Z, a fresh haircut, family, LSU football, shoes, DM3 the homeboy, living for the trap, making music, and Kevin Durant. Things that make me cry. When Coach O says, "Go Tigers!" When I yawn just right. At the end of almost every TV series. Miss McNulty when she assigns homework. when Disney ruined Star Wars, the beginning of Endgame, and the wind in my eyes as I walk into school. I'll be reading my favorite work throughout the 4 years of high school. This is junior year, the NBA semifinals. So this is junior year. The clock is ticking down. The season has been long and hard fought. The crowds grow anxious and the players are just about out of gas. We got here as a team, but one vital mistake could land you right back in the D-League or to play overseas. You'd be the best player, but you'd have to leave your team behind. This is junior year. The beginning of the season feels like so long ago, yet some memories feel like they were yesterday. 8th grade, our coaches were preparing us for the postseason called high school. It seemed as though we'd never get to this point, but here we are. We breezed by the first 2 rounds, leaving our challenges, our assignments in the dust. But this run is a little bit harder than all the other bouts I've had this season. I lost the first 2 games of this round, and I've been playing catch-up ever since. Junior year, skipping practices and games even though you know you can't miss anymore. Getting so far behind you feel like you'll never catch up. Junior year is asking for grace from your coaches during difficult times so that you have a chance to make it to the final round. Junior year is messing up late in the game and telling yourself to keep your head up. Junior year is biting off more than you can chew with class load, extracurriculars, and the first girlfriend you've had for more than a week, just hoping you can make it to the 4th quarter. Junior year is working on every aspect of your game, time management, getting to class on time, algebra 2, the works. Junior year is working on assignment after assignment and feeling like there's no end to them. Junior year is showing up to a class a week and hoping your grade doesn't take a hit. It's about the multitude of chances your teachers give you to turn in assignments that you just don't have the effort for. Junior year is about forgetting the year the 17th Amendment was added to the Constitution, the correct positions to put your hand on the keyboard, and the name of your homeroom teacher in 6th grade. Junior year is about learning what you truly like to do. It's about making friendships you know, or at least think you know, will last a lifetime. Junior year is hitting the shot that gets you a C in AP Bio. Most people don't shoot for a C, but sometimes passing feels like an accomplishment in itself. Junior year is being 1 round away from the championship. Junior year is finishing strong, giving 100% when you only have 20 to give, and still struggling to put everything together. Junior year is coming to grips with the fact that your parents aren't going to be there forever, and making a shift of doing things for them more than they do things for you. Junior year is watching your mother's hair fade from red to white, and truly realizing that age takes its toll on people. Junior year is sitting through 2 surgeries in class, stressing as your mind wanders through all of the negative outcomes that could happen. Junior year is being afraid to ask for help because you never wanted to be something for someone else to have to be worried about, and you're so used to doing everything yourself. Junior year is about learning from your mistakes, even though it takes a few tries or a few missed periods. Junior year is coming up to the end of the season. Everything you worked for is through the tunnel and striving to make it to the final round. Junior year comes down to the buzzer of Game 7. A missed free throw, a defensive breakdown, forgetting a play, anything could determine the outcome of this game. Junior year is sending up the buzzer beater and praying that it drops.